everybody, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and my hair's messed up, but whatever. So I guess by now y'all know Pluto is no longer a planet. I personally was shocked. I mean, it's got a moon. Venus doesn't have a moon, and it's still a planet. What about Mercury? Is that still a planet too? It's tiny and full of craters, but I guess because it's hot and not cold, NASA and all their scientists just want to keep it as a planet, but poor little Pluto, who's off in the middle of fucking nowhere, he's not a planet. Real mature. But what you guys also might know is that Obama won his re-election. And it was by a pretty steep margin. I mean, he won basically all the battleground states, with, at the moment, Florida being contested, but it doesn't really matter one way or the other. So what does this mean? Honestly, not really a whole lot. I seriously doubt Republicans are going to be reaching across the aisle. And honestly, all the guy's in for is another big fight for the budget. Come to America, the shit never ends! Now, I do have to give props to Romney. That concession speech, I mean, really, if he meant it, and the part of me that still has a soul wants him to have meant it, then that was probably one of the best concession speeches I've ever heard. And he's right, it's time to stop this fucking bipartisanship. Honestly, if there was ever a time to forget the past, now would be the time. Which is why, as much as I'd love to rub their faces in it, I'm not gonna gloat about this. I'm not gonna do that. I am not gonna go, ha ha, he's in. No, I'm not gonna do that because I've been there. And I'm sure a lot of other people in this audience know what it's like to be on the losing side of something that you're real passionate about. Not necessarily the wrong side, but the losing side. Especially where I live. I mean, earlier this year, there was a thing that was coming up in the state legislation that would be effectively a state constitutional ban on same-sex marriage. And, me as a libertarian, I don't really believe that it's the government's role to legislate what love is. But there were enough people, and when I say people, I'm trying not to say old white ignorant bigots who don't know what government control really is. What do you want? What do you want? My dog showed up here. What do you want? What do you want? You want to be on the camera? There you go. See, now I gotta lower the camera. Rachel. So, I voted against that, but it got passed anyway, and a lot of people who I know on a face-to-face basis who had voted for it were very, being assholes. You want to get down? You want to get down? God. She's got to weigh like 50 pounds, and it's all fur. You dog. Ow, what were you rolling in? Oh. Did you get into one of the horse stalls? This is why normally when I film, I close the door. She likes sniffing around the tripod and cables and everything. So really, like I was saying, I'm not going to be rubbing this in anyone's face. Even Caden Cowger, I'm not rubbing it in Caden Cowger's face. Actually, that one's not true, and the moment he makes a video on this, I'm gonna be feeding him again. But, everyone else, I respect that we have differing opinions, and I will look past that to work with you. And as far as I'm concerned, this election is water under the bridge now. So let's try and make it a fresh start. Let's support the president, work with the guy, but hold him to a much higher standard. The American people, despite a lot of really good reasons not to elect the guy, gave him a second chance. Obama, do not fuck this up. Now, you know what? Scratch that. Don't you dare fuck this up. It is your voter-given mandate to reach across the aisle and work with people, even if you disagree with them, even if it seems like their mission in life is to just fuck up everything that you're trying to do. Work with them. These next 4 years are going to be the most important 4 years of this decade, barring some kind of asteroid impact. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Whoever you voted for, put them in the comments below. Talk about this. Please talk about this. Discuss it with each other and try and be civil. So anyway, that's it. And I'm done talking about elections till the next one in 2016.